Hello, today 16th of February and I am behind with one of the things. I received an email from a friend who bought a really beautiful and not a small little wagon. It was sort of a food wagon, a trailer to be hanged on, but this is big style with the big barbecue on the end. Beautiful, beautiful equipment, beautiful piece. And he wants to start, I guess, a little bit of a business. Now, I am not experienced at all with barbecues, so I cannot help him much with marinades or meat rubs. I'm sure he can find many ideas about this when he writes in the YouTube what he's looking for, and hundreds of recipes will pop up. If he looks at them, sees what he likes, tastes it, tries it out, make a little bit of a test kitchen and do different things. He has to run his equipment to a trial run anyway. Like how does the barbecue work, where are the strong points of the barbecue, where are the heat points. If you do this out of when you start your business, you can be in deep trouble. So it's good to do some dry runs of working how that works, how the equipment is functioning. I cannot really help him with those things, but he also asked for an idea for a dressing for his house, dressing for his chef salad or whatever he wants to do. Now I will, again, house dressings, there are thousands out there. When I was in Germany, we had every restaurant had his own house dressing where there was sort of like a secret recipe handed down from apprentice to apprentice, because only the apprentice in the first year made the house dressing. Well, those are memories now, they're coming back. But I figured the best way to do it is to make a video about me making a house dressing I would like. And I will leave open any moment where you can make your own house dressing out of my basic idea. What I basically will start with is a basic start and a basic dressing already mixed, and then you add flavors or your spices or what you like. There's a few things I like. A few years back I figured out that the little peas, those cans of peas, when you puree them up, they make a perfect addition to a house dressing. It adds sweetness, the sweetness of the pea. For me, this has been in many of my dressings I added in. People always liked it. So I will make this, and then maybe at home, Pierro, you and Alixe make a little party, make your own little dressing, make 1 or 2 big bottles of dressing ready, neutral, and then invite friends and maybe make different flavors out of it, what you like, and check what is the best one for you, which one goes best with your kind of salad you want to serve anyway. It always depends on what you're gonna offer them with this dressing. And then just to tell you also, since you're working especially out west, the best thing is you always have 3 or 4 the standby dressings: French, Thousand Island, Roquefort cheese, some kind of a cheese, Roquefort kind of thing, and the Italian dressing also standby on the side. The house dressing in my eyes should be number 5. It can become the biggest seller, and eventually you can cut out some of the other ones which you notice, oh, they don't move at all. For example, Roquefort dressing, I would take very little. I would not take a big gallon to start with. I would try to get away with a liter container, because usually there are some people who love it to bits and pieces, but most people leave it on the side. Okay, this all goes on the rest of the video. Have fun. Hope you like it. Well, I did a lot of things to prepare and I did not show you. I cut 1 large onion. I cut 3 carrots, 3-4 carrots, about that size. I cut 2 parsnips. This is parsnips I had in my fridge. I use all kind of vegetables who are available. If you have celery roots, you can add celery roots. I added 1.5 very large, quite a large potato, that size. 1 liter of water and some chicken base. I will cook this now and cook the heck out of it. and we'll talk after this. Well, I have here a can of peas, green peas. I use the liquid to add to my glass of vinegar, that mustard, German mustard, and I want to get rid of all the things on the side so nothing is wasted. I'm doing this now. I add this later on when the vegetables are cooked. I will add this to that. In the vegetable itself, you saw that I was in the vegetable stock. You saw that I was using chicken base as a flavor giver, and I added some salt and pepper now while it's cooking. I wanted very strong, I mean, you could not eat this as a soup. It would be too spicy, too much flavor. But since we're using it later on to make it longer with stuff and to make a salad dressing, it needs to be more concentrated than a normal bouillon would be. Well, make sure if you make a dressing just for 1 or 2 days, you can use a real good stock, any kind of beef or vegetable stock, and may use this for your dressing. But it will not last as long. As soon as you add protein to it, the protein can be very easily aggressed by bacteria, and then you have not a long-lasting salad dressing. This one we're making today, you could easily keep in the fridge 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks, and it's still usable. It's not bad, because don't forget the acidity of the vinegar that we add later on will protect the food itself too. Well, hello, now I'm using this mustard and liquid from the peas. This is a glass. Oh, I will try to clean it off. And these are the veggies. They're still cooking away. We'll try the flavor. Oh, good. It will need a bit more mustard, but very nice already. Well, I added. Boy, I'm really bad today with recording. I added some more mustard. Normal mustard. I just used this one long squeeze to add a bit more mustard flavor to the liquid. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with some vinegar. I mixed it. I will use this to thicken a little bit the bouillon, which I find to be slightly weak anyway, so not thick enough. And especially I will add later on ingredients that will make it more liquid again. So till then. Well, here we go. I'm adding the cornstarch to make it a more thickening agent. I got to add some things that I keep forgetting today. I'm not very organized in taping this. I hope it will come across all right anyway. I, of course, before I start now purring that thing, I added the peas to it. I added some ginger. I realized I did not take any video of the ginger I used some ginger root because I like the flavor. I told you it's up to you to add any flavor of things you like. I added some raw ginger. It's good for health, it's good for flavor, it adds a little bit of tanginess. I put the green peas into the same vegetable liquid to boil up once so it kills all the possible bacteria. Salt and pepper are added, and 3/4, almost a bit more maybe than 3/4 of that white wine bottle, or the cider vinegar, the white cider vinegar. It should be white, because otherwise if you use red wine vinegar, it will change the color of your dressing a little bit into a pink. And if you use the normal cheap this big 1 liter white gallon vinegar, that is, yeah, I would never use this for cooking anyway. It's more for cleaning windows and stuff. Well, that's it. Well, this is the bouillon with the vegetables in it. I tasted it. It has already a very sour flavor to it. Quite nice, quite smooth. Put some of it in the blender, where I will blend it now. I will add slowly some oil, vegetable oil. Not too much, but just so we have a nice oily mix for it. And for color and also for flavor, I will use some yogurt, natural yogurt. It will add a nice creamy color to it. And this should be part 1 of my house dressing. But if you make this at home, whatever you do, either you run a camera like I do, so you know what you used, how much you used. If not, you write it down. Don't just put it in. It's easy to forget afterwards what you have in your dressing. You realize at this point you can basically choose to add anything you want, any flavor, any spices, anything. It will change your dressing to become your dressing. At this point, I will give some to Maria. At this point, you can do with it what you want. I will make one part. If you're at home, this would be the moment when you start experimenting. Now you could add any flavor, any spices, any herbs, anything that would change it to make it your house dressing. And my suggestion to you is, if you have good friends, invite them. Tell them you invite them for let's say, bottle of wine and some tasting. Don't tell them it's not wine tasting. They will find out later you're actually tasting house dressing. Yoo-hoo, surprise. Well, this is it. I don't think I forgot anything. Like I said, this is just, I showed you a basic idea of how to make a house dressing. Maybe I made it more thick than it should be. You can also make it thinner. You can also thinner it up later on. Okay, this is the end of the video. I make an end now for the video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna change this later. Maybe some things come up which I have to tell you and I forgot during the video. Have fun practicing, have fun playing around with it. This is many of the things you will serve, you should actually treat like this test kitchen. Test it out at first, test it out on a few friends. And when you come and demand honest answers, don't demand people just pleasing you. Demand, how do you like it? Would you buy it? If you buy it, how much would you like to pay for it? How much would you accept to pay? And all those little questions. Very important to figure out your business plan before. Have fun. Ciao. Hope you enjoyed this video.